Hi, this is Tackett with the Tackett team at RE/MAX Fine Properties, and this week I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite topics, which is why would you need a resale agent to help you with a new home purchase? I'm going to give you 4 reasons today why you absolutely need an agent with you on that, so stick with me. So I hear this from clients all the time. They're driving around, they see the signs, they walk through the models, they're greeted by the really cool person who helps them all out, and they think, hey, I got this covered, why do you need to be involved? And I just always love talking about this because you're right, on the surface it seems like, yeah, no big deal, it just seems pretty straightforward, but the reality is there are 4 really good reasons why you would like to have a resale agent with you when you walk in the door of a new home builder. Number 1 is that cool agent that greets you and smiles and is very helpful. They don't work for you. They get their check from that builder. Now, I'm not saying that they're not trying to be helpful and are necessarily going to put you in a bad situation, but they do not belong to our board. They don't belong to the National Association of Realtors. They have no code of ethics that they are sworn to. So the reality is, if there's a lot that builder wants them to push, and it's not a very good lot, that's what they're pushing. They're gonna vouch for that lot and why you should buy it. When you look at lot premiums in there, they're assigned bonuses based off of which ones they want to move. So the reality is they are salespeople, just like we are, but the difference is they are incentivized to sell product whether it benefits you or not. The second reason, I just mentioned lot premiums. Lot premiums and the design center and how much your upgrades cost are 2 complicated subjects that a lot of people may not understand. The reality is you may walk in and see a $50,000 lot premium and think that's crazy, but the reality is 5 years from now, when you go to sell that home, that lot might be worth every dollar of $50,000, maybe even more. Maybe it's not. The reality is between that and how much you spend at the design center, because let's face it, when you walk in that model, that's not the model you're getting. That's the one with all the upgrades. And Toll is famous for this, not to pick on Toll, but their models a lot of times are double or even more the base price. So when you're going into that design center and they say getting the hickory cabinets is a $40,000 upcharge, is it worth it? Is it not? I'm sure it looks really cool. But again, these are the things that we can help you determine, should you do that with the builder, or maybe should you wait until you finish buying the house and then have a general contractor come in and just do it for you. Third reason you should have one of us with you when you walk into a new home subdivision is the reality is in today's market, the labor supply is way down. There are not nearly as many vendors out there that are framing, electrical, plumbing, doing all of these types of jobs. Therefore, the overall product quality has diminished somewhat. Even though the builders are regulated by the Registrar of Contractors, the reality is, again, their goal is not to spend money. They're trying to be profitable. So their definition of quality versus maybe your definition of quality, it's probably going to have a little bit of a difference. Not to mention, I have clients building with a semi-custom builder right now. They showed up at the property when the framing started, only to find out the framers were framing the wrong floor plan. Now, that's an extreme example, but the reality is, what do you think happened? They called me livid. Oh my God, what is wrong with this builder? This was about the 3rd or 4th issue they had with this builder. And initially, these people did not want me involved. They thought, Darren, I don't understand what your role is. Well, they have since thanked me many times because in this situation, I was able to call the builder. I'm a little less emotional about it. We were able to solve it very quickly. But again, I was their advocate at that point of the process. Fourth and last, and honestly, it's not the last, there's more reasons, but I only have so much time in my video. We can help you evaluate if building new is really a good option for you. In today's world, building new is the most expensive option. There's almost no ifs, ands, or buts. And what you don't want to do is put yourself in a scenario where you build a house that is 20 to 30% over everything else around you, and God forbid, divorce, job transfer, some reason you have to sell that, and you're going to be in a really tough spot. Now, when our market's been booming like it has the last couple years, it probably isn't much of a risk. But let's face it, we've been in a good market for a really long time. It would not be a shock to see it slow down or even correct. So we can help walk you through that and say, okay, here's everything we think we're going to spend, because the reality is you're not done when the builder delivers the house to you. You still have window treatments, you've got landscaping, you have ceiling fans. There's a lot more than most people realize goes into actually finishing the house, versus maybe looking at a resale home that's a few years older but has all of that already in it. So we can help you critically evaluate that and decide. And maybe you decide in the end that that 15% premium for new is worth it to you. But again, if you're not truly looking at both, then you're not getting the full picture. Now that I've gone over those 4, and trust me, there are many others, but the reality is I'm just trying to drive home the point that when you go to a new home subdivision, you absolutely want your agent involved. And most of the builders, not all, but most of them, pay our commission anyway. It just comes out of their marketing budget. It's not like they, you pay more if you don't use us. The reality is they just keep it if you don't use us. So why would you not bring your own advocate to the table so you have it through the process? Thanks again for joining me. If you like our content, please like or subscribe. Again, this is Tackett with the Tackett team at RE/MAX Fine Properties.